How's it going, guys? So today we're going to be doing a video on finding keywords for a random website. So the site that I actually brought up to use as a dummy site in that sense is this fencertrack.com. Yeah, so this is just a random site. I just Googled, outdoor fences and came across this site. Now, the reason why I picked it is because it's not really, high in authority. It looks quite basic, and it's just like to give you an idea of if you were starting out, what kind of keywords you would be targeting and how you would go about targeting keywords. Now, what's really interesting is I'm going to be using this tool here, which is called Key Search. So many of you who watch this channel would have already seen me use this prior to this video, but the way this tool actually works is really unique, and that's why I wanted to show you inside of this video. So what we're going to do is, this is what I would usually do. So the first thing I would do is obviously, grab my domain, and I would see how authoritative my site is. So I've actually stuck that into this tool here, and you can see obviously the average monthly traffic, which is very accurate for this tool. And I know that because I cross-referenced it with, all of my sites, and it's always very accurate, only out by like 50 or something like that. But yeah, so this Explorer tab basically brings you to this part of the tool here. And what this shows me is, how many potential keywords they're ranking for. That is not that accurate, but the actual estimated traffic is pretty good. Now, it also shows me how many keywords they have in the top 1 to 3, how many they have in the top 4 to 10, but that's not why we're here today. So what we're here to do is to see the authority of the site. So we can see that the main strength is 0.9, and then we've got 27 for keywords that I can target. So it's telling me you can target keywords 27 or less. Now, that isn't always the case if you're using backlinks, Web 2.0s and all different stuff, but without obviously any kind of Web 2.0s or external backlinks, then this is probably the kind of, level you can go for without using anything and still achieve a page one ranking. So what you would do is come into this tool. Now, the first thing what I'm going to want to do is basically drum in some keywords. So this is around fencing. So say, for example, I needed some ideas. So the first thing you would do is go to a site called Answer the Public. And what we could do is you put in a very broad generic term in there. So just say like fences or fencing. Yeah, okay. And then we can see the questions that people are asking around this particular topic. So we're just going to wait for that to load up. And whilst we're doing that, I'm just going to, let's just have a look actually. We can see here. Okay, so we've got all of these questions. Now, when you come to this, it's going to give you like a vision board kind of thing, visualization board. But what we want is, comparisons are pretty good, but we want questions. So when we come here, we want a lot of how-to articles. Now, I'm just going to give you a heads up. If you're doing an Amazon affiliate site, the best kind of keywords to go for are best this, best that, best this, best that. Those are the comparison keywords. And then you also want to do specific product review keywords. So if it was like, the wooden fence from, I don't know, Fence Track. So it would be Fence Track wooden fence 2019 review, or whatever, review 2019. And you always want to be pulling keywords from whatever someone's searching. So don't just randomly come up with random things. It needs to be something that's actually suggested. Like if I type best outdoor fencing, it needs to be something that pops up like here, one of these ones. Okay, so you always got to be pulling keywords from that. And if you don't have ideas, you can also do this best, and then like, so you could do like fencing. Yeah, so you got like best fencing, like out or best outdoor. You could do best outdoor fencing for, and then star, or best outdoor fence star. You can just keep doing like this sign, the star, and give you different things. So anyway, if we're looking at this, we can see all of these questions. We're looking for some how-to questions, so we're going to go to the how section, and let's just have a look what we can find. Now, you might not find exactly the keywords that you're looking for, but it will give you a seed keyword. Now, what that is basically just something that we can plug into the tool, and then the tool will give us like 700 different words based on that. Okay, so if we can find a topic, you know, like fencing, vinyl fencing, let's have a look. Where are fences? Red dimension, fences to rent. What are fences made of? Cheap fences. Okay, let's have a look. We keep going down. We look at a few others now as well. Why are fences important? So what we're going to look for is we're going to look for a buyer intent keyword. Okay, so best this or best that, and I'm going to find it best fence to keep out cats. So that's how we could merge it. Okay, so best. So what I'm going to do is come into this tool and just type best fence to keep out cats. Okay, and I didn't even spell it correct. So let's just, we'll wait till that loads and do it again. Okay, so we've been brought to this page here and we can see all of these different websites that are ranking for this particular keyword. Now, we're not looking for this keyword. This was just a seed keyword. So as you can see, obviously it's got a 0 search volume. That's not a problem to me. So the way this tool works is you get around 200 credits per day on the basic plan, and which is only like $15 or $18, but you'll get a discount if you go through my link below. And basically, so basically the way it works is, you know, you've got all these keywords and you can check them, you can uncheck them. So what that does is it gives you the actual, you know, score. So this is like super easy, which is kind of odd. You know, cat fence is obviously some easy niche to get into, because you've got here like big, you know, quite decent search volume, invisible fence for cats. So that's like, you know, it appears invisible to the cat. So it might be like a wire or something like that. So that could be like one like best invisible cats. So what you would do is click that and then put it up here. So we're going to take that, and actually plant it in there. And what we want to do is you want to leave this on all locations and related keywords, okay? And that's going to give us more keywords now. Okay, so now we're going to get all these buyer intent keywords. So we can see all of these. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add best there. So this is what I like to do. You want to get it like kind of close to what you want. Okay, so you can see how we came from here, getting an initial idea about cats and fences, and then coming over here. Yeah, okay. So what we're going to do, this also shows you the trend of how much it's trending per month. So we can see here, this is very neutral, obviously, but this is not what we're looking for exactly. Now, this would be super easy to go for, and obviously it's only one above what the tool says we can go for without having any backlinks. So with this, you could probably, you know, do it very easily if you just got a few backlinks. But make sure you keep watching this video, because I'm going to show you something very interesting in a second using a separate tool that's a free tool. Okay, so keyword. Now, what we want to put in here is this is the keyword that it will include. It will have to include this inside of, you know, the results. We could do ones that we would like to negatively remove or include. I like to do long tail keywords, especially if you're doing a new site. That site, obviously this site that we're using here is a very low authority site. So this is how I would find a keyword for this. And we want at least, you know, a decent search volume, at least something over 50 minimum. Yeah, I'd usually even go for over 100 and then reverse my way back if I can't find something. Let's do 200 and see what that does. So that's going to filter it. So can you see straight away we've only got a selective amount of results now. Now you have the option of actually exporting this into a PDF table. So we could actually also do that, and I can show you how that will look. Okay, so I could do like best fence for cats and just, you know, export that. Okay, so look, I'll show you how that looks as well. You see, that's how it comes. Okay, so it'll give me the search volume, and if I checked it, it'll give me the score out of them as well. So that's how easy that is. But what we're actually focused on, we'll search for a volume, and then we want to uncheck all of these. Now, what we're hoping to do is unravel some easy keywords here. Okay, so anything under 30 usually is pretty easy to rank for without any backlinks. Okay, so what we could do is further filter this. And, you know, if it was a bigger list, we could do that. But you want to do like maximum score of 30. And then we've got these keywords here. Okay, now we want to sort by volume. So you can see best electric dog fence. Super easy. Yeah, so that's a fence for dogs. Now, although it's not for cats, you know, we found a keyword. That's super easy. Low competition. Yeah, okay. So this still has like quite a few high DAs there. Now, someone's using it in their title, description, and URL. That's this site here. Now, what's good about this is you'll be able to see, you know, how many times to plant the keyword in the amount of words, okay? So look, best, and I just press Command F or Control F to bring up this box up here, but best electric dog fence. So you can see they've used it 3 times, and then we could go and search how many words they've used by just plugging that keyword into the tool. So you go to More Tools, Content Assistant, and we can actually see how many times they've used how many words they actually have. So look, I'll show you this really cool tool. Okay, so it also gives you like LSI keywords as well, like related keywords, you know, so it's saying all the top sites. So it's saying the average first page word count is 4,900 words. Now, what that's doing is taking all of the top 10 ranking sites, all of the top, and then dividing it by 10 to give you an average. Yeah, so it's adding up all of their word count and then, you know, giving you an average. So you don't no longer have to go into each specific one. Now, the reason why you're seeing this probably so high is because one of them have just got loads of comments. That's what you'll find a lot of the time. Like this one here, look, 7,100. So if we wanted to cross-reference that site, we could see mypetsneedthat.com. Then we can cross-reference that down here. mypetsneedthat.com. In 6,000 words, they use it 3 times. So you know they're using it once every 2,000 words. Yeah, because 6,000 divided by 3 is 2. Okay, so that's exactly how you would find, you know, how many times to put your keyword in the content. Okay, now what we would do is, like, if you wanted to check this is probably, you know, just comments. I guarantee you it's just a load of comments that's made up that post. So let's just have a look. And it actually looks like it isn't. It's just a very long post. They haven't got any comments. So this is just super long. That's like 7,000 words. Ridiculous. So you're going to have to come with some hefty content to actually, you know, go for something like that. But going back to this keyword search tool. So if I was looking for this, so we've got our long tail keywords, and we come back to this tool. Let's just put the filters back in. Okay, so we can do 5 or more words. We'll do 200, and we want it to be best. Yeah, okay. So, you know, if I've done that, let's see, because the others I done were like 4 or something, I'm not sure. Yep, so something around that anyway, something more along those lines. So anyway, what we would do is basically, yeah, something like this. So what we would do is these keywords, the next thing we're going to want to do is pick one. Okay, so I usually go for the longest tail one, like, because it's the easiest to rank for. Although that's 210 traffic per month, that's pretty good. Now, the reason why is because if you go onto Amazon, you have to think about how much return on investment you're making for that kind of, you know, tool. So dog fence. Yeah, outdoor dog fence. These are expensive. So if you go to, like, you know, the highest one, so these are all good. So what I do is I sort it by 4 stars or more, so I know they're good products. And then I go to high to low. So you only want to go for like ones over 100 at least, minimum. Yeah. Okay, so you can see here, that means if someone comes, and you don't want these ones, so it's only got 1 review, there's no evidence on that. Something like this, that's a perfect dog fence I'd go for. You know, this is an indoor dog fence as well. This is like a kennel. Okay, but one like this I'd go for, definitely. That's like, so we might do like indoor ones, you know, or whatever. Yeah, but if we do outdoor dog fence, let's just see if we can find actually outdoor. This is, yeah, so these are outdoor dog fences. Okay, so you might say like wireless dog fence. So it's actually wireless dog fence. Okay, so this is what we're looking for. And then what we would do is sort by 5 stars or up. You only want to recommend good products. And the reason why is when someone lands on these products, there's a higher chance that they'll actually convert and buy the product, okay, after coming off your site. Then you want to sort by high to low. And then we've got all of these products that we're going to be able to find. So if we go to like page 3 or something like that, should start getting to like 100. Okay, so these are perfect. This is exactly what you want. all of this kind of stuff here. So we might go to like number 2, just go a bit higher. Something like this, 821 reviews, $209. That's a perfect tool. Okay, so that's an outdoor dog fence. It's got like a correctional collar and all of that stuff. Then you've got this one. You've got, this is like a outdoor wire for a wireless fence for a dog. You know, this is another one, like wireless dog fence. So you can see 159.66. So these are the type of products. So you would get like 5 or 10 of them, you know, and get them prepared to review. Now, when we're actually here, we're going to check this competition. So you can see, you know, it's not that high competition. None of them are using it in their titles or descriptions or anything like that. If we look, obviously, this has like 40 authority links. This one only has 1. This doesn't have any. This doesn't have any. This doesn't have any. This is like Amazon.com. Yeah, Amazon, this is just their product. Like, it's from my experience, it's been pretty much easy to outrank Amazon on things that they're not targeting, you know, just random small products, okay, without like high search volume in that sense. Then you've got this one here, but let's just take a look at these other ones. So this says 25. So you've got like a low authority site there. Let's take a look at that one. See, so again, you've got these small sites creeping up in here. So what I might do is go for this one here. Now, what I'm going to do is basically take these sites here, and this is what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to go to free backlink checker. And when you do that, you type that, you're going to select Ahrefs. So that's this one here. And what you're going to do is you're going to drum these in and see exactly what links these URLs have. So you're going to check out like and see exactly what links they have. So this one has 29, which is quite a few. So you can see how it shows a different metric to how many we can see on this. This one says 47 here. I'm not sure why. Yeah, it says 29 different referring domains, 182 backlinks. Now what you can do is contact all of these websites and try to get a backlink. You can see, look, they're getting 744 traffic per month roughly from this domain, 18 from that, you know, 1.5 from that. So all of these are bringing traffic as well as obviously giving them backlinks. Now, some of them you're going to have to, you know, spend some money. You can also see the anchor text that they're using, so you can replicate that. So like electric dog fence, top wireless dog fence, and all that stuff. Okay, so you can contact these sites. So if you open them, you know, go to the contact page, you can either ask them to, you know, give you a backlink in exchange for something that you can offer them. You might do a guest post for them, like write some content for them, and they give it to you for free, or they might give you a charge or cost, you know, how much it's going to cost you. But you can see here, obviously, this is another site. You can contact all of these sites, and you can do it for both of these. So that's one technique to outrank them. Okay, now, what we're going to do is once we actually got these keywords, the next thing you're going to do is basically drum it into this tool here. So you're going to go to more tools, and then you're going to go to content assistant. And what you would do is drum that into here, and then we're going to see the word count that we're going to need to do. Okay, so we've got our keyword. We're going to go for this. Okay, and then what we would do, obviously, we've got like, you know, the potential backlinks that we're going to get in order to rank, because you can see exactly what it takes, okay? And then we know we need to do at least, this is quite high, 4,000 words, you know, so you might do like a 3,000 word post. It's going to have to be a big, hefty post. These are words that you must include. So these are LSI keywords, okay? Which stands for latent semantic index keywords, and that's just keywords that tell Google or any search engine what your article's about. Okay, it helps it to understand your article. So the same sites seem to be ranking for this, like best dog fence or best invisible dog fence or whatever. I would go for this keyword all day long. Okay, based on the metrics of this site, I would go for it. And then what you can do is basically, you know, you could see the average word counts of these. So some of them, like I said, 3,000 words. You can see, look, it's roughly about 3,000, but obviously this one's changing the metrics for the tool. Okay, but I'd go for about 3,000 words and make it better than these lots' content. So whatever they've written, make it more in-depth, more engaging, more valuable, maybe some videos in here. And also adding like things like key features. Look, you can see they haven't really covered features of each of them. Okay, so the features you can get by just going on to Amazon. And that's actually how I write my reviews as well. Because just say, for example, we were doing like best, we already got a tab open. Just say, for example, we were doing a review on this, where you can write all the positive stuff by going to the good reviews section. So this will give you the good stuff, read it, and just relay it into your own words and put it into your content. And then if you want to give like the pros and the cons and all that stuff, just go to like 2 stars or 3 stars, because there's going to be people who are going to be giving. You don't never want the cons to be like completely negative. You want them to be like reasonable, like, kind of a bit negative, but not completely. That's going to turn the person off. Okay. And then what you would do is basically check out what people are saying, because these are like mediocre, kind of bad reviews, so it's like it's huge and heavy. So that you might see that like 3 times and you're like, okay, this thing, that's a con, this thing's a bit heavy. So you might check out 2 stars, change the battery problem, look, purchase to replace, look, issues not working, blah, blah, blah. So this is how you'd get your cons. Yeah. Okay. And then if you actually go back to the product, there's some key features that you can add in. So these are like usually the features you can add in. And then you sometimes find some down here as well in the product description, or down in the left-hand side here as well. You'll find all the metrics and whatever else. Okay. And then there's even interesting questions here as well. Now, like I said, for the most part, when you're doing Amazon reviews, you want to ideally go for best this, best that. Then you want to do like pet safe, stubborn, dog waterproof review for another article. And then the last kind of articles you want to do are ones that are like how to do this or how to do that. And if you do go for an informational keyword that you are, just randomly going for, that's just about random information in your niche, then make sure it's got some good traffic behind it, so it's worth going for. Because if people are going to be coming to your site not with the intention of not buying and not making you money, then at least, have it in an abundance. So even if you do like something like this, but that's very hard to rank for, so you'd still go for a long tail keyword, but something with decent traffic. And decent traffic, for me, I'm talking like 3,000-4,000 searches per month or above. All right, so I hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next one.